Do you know what is Project Catalyst and how it works? Well, Project Catalyst is a decentralized experimental fund governed by the Cardano community. While there is a considerable amount of people out there who know and have heard before about Project Catalyst, there is a much smaller amount of people that know how it works or even know how they can participate in Catalyst. Well, this is not only a funding experience, but a governance experience for the Cardano blockchain, where the community can decide what projects can really drive the Cardano blockchain further. And there are plenty of roles you can play in this experience. You can vote in the proposals, you can help evaluate the validity of the projects, or even if you have an idea of how you can improve the Cardano and its ecosystem, you can even create your own proposal and try to get some funding. But yeah, if you enjoy Cardano, you are invested in it, participating in Project Catalyst is certainly a great way to give your support to Cardano and to make more for the blockchain. In this video, I'll explain you how it all works in a simplified manner and how you can participate if you want to do so. So stay tuned. In this channel, we're focused only on providing educational content, so if you're looking for any kind of financial advice, I'm afraid you just came to the wrong place. But coming back to the video, besides being a super interesting governance experience where a lot of power is given to the community to decide what are the projects they believe are better and more beneficial to the development and growth and even adoption of the Cardano blockchain, Project Catalyst is also a crucial experiment for the future of Cardano and for the companies building on Cardano. This is because Catalyst provides the necessary and very hard to find funding to start new ideas, to create new projects that add value to the community and to the users of the Cardano blockchain. It's also through Catalyst that many companies working on the crypto and the Cardano ecosystem are able to get the initial funding to get started building, to deliver important functionalities to the blockchain, and to actually start their own businesses and become profitable. These funds are crucial for these companies to be able to start getting some revenues, prove their value, create products, and start building the foundation for legitimate businesses that can be sustainable on their own. And I give an example of DC Spark, a company that started with the funding they got from the Cardano Catalyst, and they started doing a lot of things, very good things for Cardano through Catalyst, and now they have a full-fledged company that is working inclusively in other blockchains. Another great thing is that Project Catalyst is a super inclusive experiment and it opens the door for everyone in the Cardano blockchain community. Anyone can vote or submit a proposal, and anyone can become a proposal assessor as well. The community is very supportive and they focus on evaluating ideas for their value instead of just giving ideas and opportunities and funding to people that have a certain reputation. Anyone can come there, and if their idea is valuable and people believe it's something important for Cardano, they will support the person in developing further the idea and also with voting for the proposal to be funded. But how does Catalyst works exactly? Well, every few months there are funding rounds with a set amount of ADA to be allocated for the ideas, the challenges that are set in the previous round, with a clear definition and metrics to measure the success of the projects and ideas that are being presented. Anyone can come and submit their ideas, and the proposal submission begins with the process of collecting ideas and insights from the community on how to solve the challenges. At the start of each fund, the community has 3 weeks to submit proposals to answer challenges set in the previous funding rounds. Then we have the evaluation stage, where the community suggests ways to improve the proposal until the proposal is finalized and until we have a better version of what initially went through. Then we have an evaluation stage, an evaluation by the community in general, where the community suggests ways to improve the proposal until the proposal is finalized and until it's launched to be actually evaluated by the proposal assessors. The proposal assessors evaluate and rate proposals in terms of impact, feasibility, auditability, and success metrics based on the criteria of the challenge that was previously defined in the previous challenge. Proposal assessors are actually rewarded in ADA for their work. Finally, we have the voting part, where ADA holders can register to vote on proposals using the Project Catalyst voting app. During the voting stage, the proposal assessor's evaluation and their reports and their insights are available for the community to consult and to learn more about the proposal. And then community members make a decision with that in mind. But proposal assessors' reports and their insights are just non-binding advice, and votes are anonymous and people can vote in whatever they want to vote. Okay, the proposal assessor's work is more because there are a lot of proposals out there and it's hard for people to have the time to evaluate everything. So the proposal assessor just presents like a summary and some insights about the proposal, evaluating it at every level, so to make the job easier for people that are actually voting and that don't have as much time to go through all the proposals. But at the end of the day, people vote in whatever they want and they have the freedom to vote in anything. Votes are anonymous and they are weighted dependent on the amount of data that each voter has. At the end of the process, voters, proposal assessors, and approved proposers will receive their rewards from the Cardano treasury. So all the funds that are funding Project Catalyst comes from the Cardano treasury, and the Cardano treasury is sustained through a 20% fee of all the transactions fees that go through the Cardano network, that go into the treasury to actually fund this kind of initiatives, ideas, and projects, to make sure that the Cardano blockchain will always be evolving and growing according to the insights and to what the community believes it's important. Naturally, proposals with more votes will get the funding first until all the funds run out for that challenge, for each of the challenges proposed and the ideas proposed for that challenge. This means that naturally some of the projects won't get the necessary funding to continue with their ideas, but they are always free to try to get funding somewhere and to pursue their ideas on their own. And sometimes, when a community gathers around a project through Catalyst, even without funding, they can continue developing, working, and making it happen. Here in this page, as you can see, we have a more visual idea of the journey that the ideas go through in Catalyst after being submitted until the point they receive the funding. Okay, so a lot of process that goes into the refinement and improvement of these ideas, I would say. But now, how can you, on that other side of the screen, get involved into Catalyst? Well, there are three main ways you can get involved. The first one, as you can see here, is by submitting your own ideas to be funded by Project Catalyst. So if you have an idea, project, or a feature you think can be beneficial for Cardano or for the Cardano ecosystem, this is something you should definitely consider doing. Yeah, as you can get the necessary funding to start working on it and to make it happen. And it's definitely a great way to be involved in the Cardano blockchain. To submit your own idea, you just need to come here to the Project Catalyst website. You can click here on Get Involved and then on Submit an Idea. You'll be taken to this website here. And you just need to scroll down on this part and click here on Submit. And once you click on it, you'll be redirected to the cardano.ideascale.com. There is where everything happens, where the magic happens, where you have all the proposals, when you can assess proposals. You can also just look at the proposals, vote on them, and also like create your own proposals if you want to. And here, as you can see, you have the form to create the proposal. Initially, if you don't have an account on cardano.ideascale.com, you won't be able to do this. You will have a pop-up for you to register. So you just register, you just go through the normal procedure of creating your profile, confirming your email, and then you'll be able to come here and see all the proposals assess proposals, if you want to vote or just give feedback, whatever you want to do. And vote is through the app, so just give feedback or whatever you want to do. And here also you can create your own campaign. To create a campaign is very simple. You come here and you select the campaign you want to participate. Right now the campaigns are not available because there is no open fund. The fund will just open on the 21st of June. But then you have here the title. You just put the title, 250 characters for what is your proposal, and then you put a small description of what your proposal is like. And from that, you keep developing and building. The proposal will be online, and the community will be able to give their feedback, to comment on the proposal, to ask more questions about the proposal, and you'll be able to grow it, to refine it, improve it. And I think that's very positive. Once you're done with submitting your proposal, you can also use idea scale to check the proposals. You click here on view ideas, and here you can see all the ideas that happened from the previous fund. You can select a specific fund or even catalyst improvement process, or you can just select all the ideas, and here you'll see a bunch of the ideas that were already sent before in previous funds to the Cardano idea scale situation. You can also search for specific things if you want to. If you don't have any ideas but you have some data, you should definitely participate in the voting part of Project Catalyst. This is a great way for you to not only keep track of the new projects and initiatives that are being developed in the blockchain, and to be on top of any kind of new opportunities that arise in the Cardano blockchain, but it's also a great way to contribute for the development of the Cardano blockchain and consequential price appreciation of ADA, but also as a way to get some extra funds as you're rewarded ADA by voting, okay? I do think if you want to be a voter, you should definitely, try to do your best to vote in the best ideas possible for the Cardano blockchain. So it would be very positive if you could take some time to actually look at the proposals, give feedback, try to improve them. That's very important. It's a great contribution you can have for the blockchain. And then, of course, voting on the ones that seem the best for you. You can vote by downloading the app, okay, to vote, the Catalyst app, either for iPhone or for Android, and then you have the steps to just prepare your account. But I think that's something for another video, and if you guys want me to do that video, just drop a comment and I can go through the process of registering yourself to vote in Cardano Catalyst. All proposals need to be assessed to ensure quality, so the role of the proposal assessor is actually pretty crucial to separate between the good and the bad projects and to see what are the projects that actually seem feasible and can actually deliver on what they are trying to do and where the idea would have a positive impact on Cardano. So they play a crucial role advising the community and advising the voters. Proposal assessors evaluate and rate ideas considering their impact, feasibility, auditability, and success metrics based on the criteria of the challenge. So even if you have an amazing idea, if it's not feasible, that won't be very great for your rating, at least in the feasibility department. Proposal assessors are rewarded in ADA for their work, and to be a proposal assessor, you just need to click here and to go and explore proposals. Once again, it takes you to Cardano idea scale, so if you don't have your account, you definitely need to create a new account for yourself. You already know the process. And here you'll be able to view ideas and check the proposals that are on for this challenge right now. Right now we have no challenge, but soon in the 21st of June we'll have one, and you can see the ideas for that challenge and evaluate them. And to evaluate them, just to give you an example, you just need to go here to the evaluation. Of course, now it's blocked because it's not possible to do so. These were previous funds where the evaluation was already done. But when we have an ongoing fund, you can go there and evaluate. And if you're watching this video now, before the fund starts, perfect. You already know how to do it. You already have an idea of how it works, and you'll be ready to test it out and to actually do it by yourself when the fund starts. To help you in this process of assessing a proposal, the community created an assessment tool to help you pick proposals. Okay, this is the tool right here that you'll be able to find in this website, Cardano Catalyst I'll leave the link in the description so you can check it out here. And the tool is this one, okay? Is the proposal assessor tool, where it basically, as it says here, it just shows you a proposal that needs to be assessed because it still didn't add many evaluations from the community. So it helps you focus on the ones that weren't evaluated yet. In addition, within this website, you have more informations that are relevant to Project Catalyst. Not only informations related with being a proposal assessor, but also informations related with proposals, voters, the funds, etc. And even more tools you have here to explore if you want to do so. So the link will be in the description if you're to check it out. Definitely a website that will be pretty useful. In terms of learning resources about Cardano Project Catalyst, you also have here catalyst.org. That is another site that is run by the community that has plenty of information and documentation about Project Catalyst. So yeah, for example, if you want to start voting in the proposals, they have how-tos here and guides that you can follow. So another very interesting resource that I'll leave in the description as well. However, if you'd like a more in-depth tutorial video of this website showing you the most important resources, just drop me a comment below, and if you're interested, I'll gladly do it. Coming back to the official website by IOG, here we also have the funds tab. And here in funds, you can check, for example, an overview of all the funds to get some metrics and some understanding of everything that happened about Project Catalyst, some numbers. Or you can also check fund by fund. Some very interesting metrics here is that over 38 million of funds were made available for projects on Project Catalyst. This means over 1,100 ideas financed by Catalyst, with almost 500 ideas completed. We are almost reaching that milestone, which is very positive, I would say, in just 9 funds and just 100 challenges laid down by the community. If you scroll down, you can see more information about the budget, challenges, and you can also check the information, the relevant information, fund by fund. Another valuable resource is here the blog part, where you have some important updates about Project Catalyst and some interesting articles with more information. In addition, you also have the Project Catalyst Townhall. That is a Zoom video conference that is recorded on YouTube as well about Project Catalyst that happens every Wednesday, and where you can not only get updates about Catalyst, but also reports about the completion of each of the projects. You can check the previous town halls in the input-output YouTube. I'll leave the link in the description as well. But I think it will be pretty cool if you could join live, because it's a different experience and it will allow you to meet a lot of people in the community. And after the major meeting, you have the Catalyst town halls, where you're able to speak about specific issues with some people together with communities, and you can even have communities from your area and actually meet people, which is very good. So far I was not able to join live yet, but it's something I would really like to do one day if my schedule allows me. At the end of the day, Project Catalyst is a great fund for the Cardano blockchain, a great initiative overall, and an important experiment in terms of governance. It has gone through several funds and interactions and is always evolving and improving, gathering feedback from each interaction and trying to improve on what didn't work as well, or what they think and the community thinks could work a bit better. From Catalyst, Cardano is taking a lot of ideas, insights for the age of Voltaire, the era of governance of the Cardano blockchain. And if you want to know more about the progress and the ideas that are currently being discussed in terms of the future of governance of the Cardano blockchain, you should definitely check out the video here above, a video I did about the exact topic about the governance on Cardano. But Catalyst right now is the first environment, the first space where the community can actually make their opinion count and can actually make an impact in the future of Cardano and in the future developments of Cardano by deciding and voting on which ideas and projects should be funded with the treasury funds, and which projects are more relevant at each given moment to the development, the growth, and the adoption of the Cardano blockchain. So if you're someone that is invested in Cardano, interested in Cardano, on its future development and adoption, and you'd like to give a contribution to the Cardano blockchain, participating on Cardano Catalyst is a great way to do it. Certainly, maybe one of the best things you can do right now. It's also a way to gain some extra data if you're interested. Why is it such a great way? Because you're choosing the projects that should be funded with the treasury, you're choosing the ideas that you want to see on the Cardano blockchain, and more importantly, if you're going to the idea scale, you can give your comments, feedbacks, your ideas to improve what is being built. So you're actually playing an active role in the future of the Cardano blockchain. On the other side, if you just have ideas and you want to build on Cardano, I think Catalyst is also a great tool you should consider, a great way to get some funds to be able to implement your ideas. But more than that, is a great way to be able to check what the community thinks of your idea, if they think it is important or not, to refine it. And if you're able to make it interesting enough, people will vote for you and you'll get the necessary funding to start building your own project. Another very interesting way you have to participate on Cardano and give your contribution is by becoming a member and a part of the members-based organization, the MBO, a group that will be playing a very important role in the Cardano governance process. And if you want to learn more about the MBO, how it is supposed to work and how you can become a part of it, then you should definitely consider watching the video here on the end screen. And on my side, I'll see you there.